of workflows. How can I use AI to automate things that I do? Outcomes, input, decision making. How do I let it do the work for me? That will be your next step. Start thinking about that. The human edge. I've given you several examples about that over and over again. We still need the human factor to tell you that AI has done the right thing. Kind of like similar to, remember we had the calculators and everybody was saying, oh, don't use calculators because it kind of dumbifies your brain. We still use calculators today, but at the end of the day, there's still a human being that have to prove that the calculator was what was right. Because sometimes you type it in and you're like, what the heck is wrong with this calculator? We're all gonna get that. So, so the goal is, hey, you still need a human being to judge it, make sure that it's doing it ethically right, to test things out, which is part of things I do on my job every day, and approve and trust that the AI has done the right thing. So the human edge is still needed, right? One other thing that you want to get at there and start doing is proof of work. Start using it, right? Different case studies, start looking at different examples, read more about it. And of course, continuous reinvention. My partner and I do this every day. Make improvements to the final product. Get it out. Listen to your customers, right? Good customer service. Those are the things that are going to start getting you ahead in the space as you start doing that. Okay? So I want to tell you, prompting is not going to be enough. We're in the state of prompting right now. And as a company at WorkPeg, we are trying to solve that problem as well. Right now, you prompt GPT to, to write an email, which is why I wish you guys saw that video I wanted to show you guys earlier. It was so funny, right? You can prompt you can prompt AI all at once, but it still gets kind of funny, right? So what we want though is that we want that next phase where the AI actually gives you the humanly outcome that you want, that function that that human does, right? So number one, and this is a part of things that you would learn once you go through these five frameworks, is number one, you have to understand the workflow. What is it that I'm trying to do? What's my goal? What's the content that I need to get that goal accomplished? What are the rules that the system needs to follow to accomplish that content? Then you ask it what actions are next. Now, AI can do the goal, the context, and the rules once you give it the rules. It could also perform the action, which is the future that we're trying to get to. This is where you now add value. You get to review what AI has done. And because you know the goal and you know the context, it's easy for you to review and approve it. The big part is, where does all of this get stored? Different organizations are looking at it from a different point of view. I honestly think that in Africa, Africa should own its own AI memory, and it should not be shipped back to Silicon Valley. We should control that memory, right? These are the things that I want you guys to start thinking about. Your value start rising in the AI space the more you understand this workflow and how giving your professional knowledge can now start reviewing and approve the final product of AI for the public to consume. All right? We are halfway there, guys. I cannot see your comments. I'm not sure if we're back live on YouTube yet, but I will just go ahead and continue. I was hoping for this to be a very interactive conversation. So this is one of those interactive sessions I was looking forward to. So let's do a quick 3-minute exercise, right? In your mind, I want you to think of a specific workflow, a specific action that you want to do. I have one in my mind already, and I'm going to show you what that workflow is and how we at WorkPeg are solving that problem. So think of an outcome. What problem are you trying to solve? What result are you trying to produce? Think about it real quickly. Give yourself maybe 20 seconds to do that. This is how you use AI, by the way. I'm trying to show you guys how to play this out. So now, once you think of that problem and the outcome that you want from that problem, yes, now start thinking, okay, let's just no, AI can't cook fish yet, even though you can create a bot that can probably cook eventually. Uh, thank you. Let's think of one. Let's say I want to send an email, right? And the final result is that I want that email to go to my business partner, right? So what do I need? I need the email. Maybe within that email, there's an attachment. Maybe there's a meeting that needs to be scheduled. Maybe we need to schedule a conference, buy some plane tickets, get an hotel, and call somebody. That's about 5 different activities that need to get done. So you probably need a calendar. You probably need an email. You need the attachment. You need the billing. You need to be able to go to a website to make that purchase. So you understand all the inputs that goes into that specific action. I know our brains are used to it now. And you're so used to saying, oh, here's my secretary. My secretary go and do this. And the secretary spends maybe 2 or 3 days doing all of that and spends a lot of hours doing that. AI is cutting all of that away and doing it in minutes, right? So now you start asking, what decisions need to be made? Where in the process does me as a human approve that? So does it schedule the date? Does it go to a website and buy the plane ticket and reserve the hotel? If it does, where does it present it to me to approve it? To say, okay, yes, I approve you to do X, Y, and Z. I approve you to use this wallet to make this purchase. I approve you to put it in my calendar. I approve you to send the email after you show me every action that you've taken. So if you're a secretary on the call, if you're a mass communication or some kind of comms, uh, AI might be coming for you. But if you also understand AI, you can still maintain that role, but be the person in charge of putting the workflow together and approving that action that AI is taking, right? So AI will come back and say, I have done X, Y, and D, X, Y, and Z, willing to execute it. We have to put roadblocks in there, approval processes, so that AI doesn't go crazy and spend your entire budget on plane tickets, or someone hacks your system and steals all your money, right? So you should be able to review what AI has done. So everything that I've just said there, I want you to write it down and start practicing that. Like, how do I implement AI into all of this, right? You need clarity. You need to understand all of this. So next slide here. This is now where the human edge comes into play, guys. Next slide. Whoever's in charge. So here's where your value comes into play. You understand the workflow that I just explained to you right now. There's an action that needs to get taken, that actually needs to take place. Now, you as a human gets to judge the action that the AI has taken, right? So we still need some level of human intelligence. Kind of like how the calculator does all the calculation, but then if you know maths, like the calculator never replaced mathematics. It just made things much faster, right? So you get to judge the final result. You get to taste to see if it has done the right work, to see how that would impact the market. You also get to see if you can trust it, right? If it's reliable for other people to use it, to use the final product, right? Is it promising? Has it made the right decision? Also, the context. Is it, for example, in Nigeria, right? Is it speaking the language of your customer? Is it building the right relationship? How is it building the relationship? What are the constraints around that, right? And you also have to be able to eventually trust the AI to do the right work. You can prompt it eventually to do it correctly the way you want to do it. So we still need to play that leadership role in making sure that the AI adapts to our environment, to our culture, to the way we do things. You don't want the AI to send a letter to a general manager just talking anyhow, as if it's talking to a colleague. There's some level of culture that AI could also learn, right? It would accelerate the work, but it still needs you and I to generate meaning, accountability, and trust for the final products. So you're not fully being replaced. I do think that's going to create, just like the numbers that I showed you guys earlier said, it's still going to create more jobs eventually. But at the current phase, yeah, some jobs are going to have to go. And it's just the honest facts. Just don't be fearful about it. You want to adapt to that future state. So we are looking at what organizations are looking for, right? I've already showed you a little bit about that, right? Most companies do not just say they want AI. They want the AI to do the work for them. But if the AI is going to do the work for them, they still need you to ensure that the AI has done the right thing. So number one, you need a wonderful AI interface that understands your culture, understands your language, speaks your voice, and you can prompt and use to start the workflow that I just showed you guys about. And then there's the memory context. If you're building your AI or using your AI on other platforms, which I was talking to you guys about the Nigerian and the African opportunity, right? The files, the emails, the tags, the permissions, the history, all that stuff. We want in Africa, I really think that we should start building that memory context within our environment, within that part of the world, so that we control the narrative, right? But that's a very critical place. I put that in yellow because I want us to start thinking more about that as well. But long story short, though, you have to understand that you have to give that AI that context. You have to build that part. We as the human beings get to orchestrate the workflow and eventually let AI perform all the actions, all the routing. We get to approve it. Governance, security, privacy, audit trail, role-based access, human review. You are also, as a human being, are responsible for that. Eventually, AI learns it and takes over, but you will still need to be able to edit and review the governance to make it work for you. So if you're looking for an area or space to get to in AI, governance could be a good thing for you to get into. Building a workflow, building applications around it could also be something that you can do. And of course, if you want to be on the business aspect, there are several AI bots doing sales, operations, HR, finance. You can build bots if you want to, but we think that we have a solution for that at WorkPay, actually. A better solution where it allows us to solve all of this in one operating system, right? Where we get to control the memory, where we get to control the permissions, where we get to control the different bots out there and make better sense of the AI, which goes to my next slide, right? I want to tell you now how I am solving the problem, why I'm no longer fearful of AI, and we're trying to build AI as a solution in Africa and in the global West, right? So right now with AI, which a lot of you guys are probably experiencing, you use AI for chats, right? Draft me email. Um, if you tell AI to send you an email, it will tell you it can't send you an email. If you tell AI to go to a specific website, it will tell you it does not have access to the website. Um, it still requires you to do some manual copy and paste, and then you can get a bot, but you'll still need to integrate the bot to your business environment. There's a lot of integration costs. There's a lot of cost. There's a lot of fear around security, giving another company access to your internal organization. There's also training the LLMs, that's the language models that you use to train the bots. And my team, are solving this problem with a company we call WorkPeg, right? We have seen the opportunity. I've showed you guys the opportunities. We have the numbers. Don't sit on the sidelines. I want you guys to start taking action, right? What we're doing as a company is that we want to understand the business context of what businesses need, which I've already showed you guys that. We understand that. But instead of having the copy and paste and not being able to go across platform, what we have done is be able to have the AI connect to your email, to a website, to a task, to a scheduler, to a contact. So at WorkPack, for example, instead of you just saying prompt and do something, we can actually have the AI eventually, right? Eventually perform the task across different applications, go on the internet, make the purchase, make the schedules, and come back to you for approval to complete the final action while keeping the memory secure to your organization. And you get to control the governance, the ability to audit, and the accountability of the product. So do not say, what can AI say or do for you? Say, how can I safely use AI? So let me show you how we're safely using AI at WorkPeg. So AI, the WorkPeg AI solution that we built is an AI native operating system. In the likes of the Apple Store or the Google Store, right now, when you install an app or install a bot, you will need to integrate that bot to your business environment. We're saying no more to that. What we've built is an AI core, which is your entire AI operating system that understands everything that you want to execute, right? Then within that, we have what we call a fabric, where it understands across all your different applications. It shares the memory, it controls the permissions, it controls privacy, it controls the workflow, and the governance layer. Fabric is extremely critical to WorkPeg. So unlike Apple and Google, where you need to integrate one application to another, on day one, when you use WorkPeg, all the applications talk across, no, well, we have the AI agent, the AI call that can go across each application and perform and execute on your behalf. So no more copy and pasting, no more integration, more efficiency, faster execution. All you need to do is review and approve. So think about it. You have the emails, you have the website, you have the scheduling apps, you have the different CRM products, you have the different SaaS applications, subject matter applications for your team, you have the different files. As long as those are within WorkPeg, WorkPeg will be able to make that final decision for your company. So we've built WorkPeg to be able to make that final execution, which every company is looking for. All right. So back to that earlier example that I told you guys about, all right? The company needed to schedule, get a website, go to a website, make a final purchase, so on and so forth, right? It's literally very simple. You prompt it, let it tell you prompt it to do the specific task that you want. It knows the outputs. It needs a calendar, it needs the files, it needs your email, it needs to be able to go to a website, it needs your contact list. Peggy, inside AI, inside WorkPeg AI, will go into all those different applications and perform all the different tasks because it knows the workflow. It will schedule it, put it on your calendar, go to the internet, look for the hotel, look for the flight, get everything together, take all that action, and then come back to you and say, "This is all I've done. Review and approve it." So as you can see, we still need the human being to approve the final product. So go ahead, budget is approved. Go ahead, send the message. Go ahead and send the external message. Go ahead and take the final decision. And all of that become learned memory. It gets stored within your secure space for your company. That way you're not giving it out there to anybody else. Keeps you protected. Okay? And that is how we at WorkPeg are solving the problem. So going forward, I want to give you a quick 7-day challenge. The person that introduced this event was just telling us earlier about we need to challenge ourselves. So I would like to give you that 7-day challenge, right? For yourself to start thinking, okay, I do not want to be fearful, concerned, frustrated about what AI is going to do to me, right? You need to start thinking, how do I take control of this thing that I'm fearful about and become a value producer, a value maker in the space, right? First thing first, list 10 different tasks in your life right now, maybe at your job, maybe even at school. Think of 10. Choose 2 out of those and figure out how can I automate that. There are several schools out there saying, oh, do not use AI to write your reports. I argue against that. Use AI to write your reports, but you should also understand the contents of that report enough to edit that AI to ensure that it has done the right thing. Go back and review the facts to format it, to give it constraints, right? Use AI more and more every day. You can actually prompt it at this point to give you a template. You can tell it what template of versions you want. You can tell it, you can give it a checklist of things to look for or look through as it develops that report for you. And then after it does that, by the 5th day, measure how much time you've saved. I'll give you a good example. Another dot-com era example. Back in the day, I would have to go to the library and look for a document, a textbook. And in the semester, I probably go to the library like almost every day to go look to see if the book is available. And then when the book is available, I think I have like 2 weeks to return the book. And then during those 2 weeks, I must have read every single thing I need to read in that book, right? Either take a copy it, take notes. That was back in the 90s and 2000s. How many people go to the library these days? I'm not telling you not to go to the library. Libraries are good. Books are great. But now, I just get on the internet. It sucks that Google has been kind of blocking access to some sites lately. I don't know why they're doing that. I'm not saying anything negative about Google. But I'm saying Google and the internet has created a lot more efficiencies. I no longer have to drive to the library to access a book or quickly have to return the book in 2 weeks because of there's a time of accessing the book. The internet literally has made it much easier to access information. And AI is the next level of that. There's a lot more time and efficiencies and execution of that. We are trying to move past the current prompting to the final execution, which I will not be surprised will be happening very, very soon. I do not want you to be a consumer of the internet like a lot of people are right now. I want you to be active value creator in that space. Just like some folks are creating apps and creating fintech apps and use better utilizing the internet. I think we could be doing the same thing with AI and not just using it for the good jokes. Once you've done that, teach somebody else. The skills that I have today is because somebody else taught me how to do that. And the more people that is informed, that are aware, the better it is for all of us. So do not ask, oh, how's AI going to make me famous? The question you should be asking yourself, how can I be a useful value or asset to the Nigerian or to the African economy? Okay? So I've given you those 7 day challenges, and you'll be surprised to see that. Okay, so you might want to write this down, right? In the next 7 days, I'll use AI to improve what? If you're still in school, start thinking about it. Actually, it's much better to start using it while you're in school than wait for after you're out. But just remember, the human judgment is still necessary. But I will keep human judgment over answer that as well. So at the end of this, you want to own AI, you want to control AI, you want to get the skills necessary, forget the fearfulness, have the courage. You have proof that it works because you've tested it. You've used it during those 7 days. And I hope you don't just stop at 7 days. You keep using it going forward. And you're disciplined enough to make sure that you verify, you have the governance process around it. All right? So I want you guys to think about that. So here are my closing thoughts before you guys start asking questions. Right? The future, which is why we're all here today, right? It belongs to you and I. It belongs to those of us that are building on AI. It belongs to those of us that are adapting. I mean, I knew people that said, oh, I'm never going to learn the computer. I just want to use a typewriter. The computer is evil. It's the sign of the devil. Oh, Y2K, the world is coming to an end. And look at us now. What? This is 2026, many, many years later, and we're still using computers, right? So you want to be the one to say, okay, I want to control what AI does, and I want to help it execute. AI will take some jobs, but it will not take your job if you are willing to use AI. Okay? So here's the challenge. Do not compete with AI and say it's going to take my job. I want you to partner with AI to become exceptionally valuable to the workforce, to be exceptionally valuable to Nigeria, exceptionally valuable to Africa. Okay? That is my challenge to you guys today. And before I close, I'd like to put a word there. We are building on WorkPeg. All those bots, those chat bots, whatever it is that you're building, we are looking for developers to come and build on WorkPeg. The name of the website is workpeg.com. We're currently talking to developers to come and build on WorkPeg so that we can be the future of AI for Nigeria or Africa. Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you.
Another round of applause to Mr. Kenny Awoshika. There's no doubt he has set the tone. Beyond all we have heard, it is important we yeah, we are being mindful of time, so we are time conscious. Sir, if you can hear us, thank you so much. Please, one more time, a round of applause for Mr. Kenny Awoshika. Thank you so much, sir, for thank you, sir, for doing justice to that the future of work 2.0. We have a question here, but we will ask this, but during the interactive session, we will have opportunity to ask more questions so that we can take all the speakers and then we can come back for the interactive section. So the question online says, could the information that is received and stored, could the information, can it be managed and stored to be utilized within the server in an organization? I take the question again, sir, if you can hear us. The question reads, could the information that is received and stored through this AI application be managed and stored to be utilized within the server
So I
in...
heard utilized between a server and an organization. Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, so I take it again. Could the information that is received
So the answer is yes. If you use the likes of ChatGPT, you can bring some of these LLMs, even Claude, you can bring some of this LLM within your own server space. And you can actually use it to train your own AI language systems. So yes, you can build your own solutions, train it using the other solutions that are out there, and save it within your own environment. So the answer to that is yes. Yes, you can.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Wealth of experience, and we have no doubt that this will make us better. It will Awoshika.
Dr. Tosin Olushola is a respected development economist, policy strategist, researcher, and academic known for his passion for innovation, youth development, and institutional transformation across Africa. He currently serves as the director of the Skills Boost program at Veritas University Abuja, where he leads impactful initiatives in entrepreneurship, digital capacity building, leadership, and experiential learning, equipping young people with practical skills for the future. As a senior lecturer in the Department of Economics at the Veritas University Abuja, he is committed to mentoring the next generation of economists and development professionals. Dr. Lushola has also provided consulting and advisory support to organizations including the United Nations Development Programme and other leading development institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Dr. Tosin Olushola.
Sustainable Development Outcomes. He is a member of Nigerian Economic Society and Nigerian Institute of Professionals, committed to excellence, innovation, and continuous learning. As a senior lecturer in the Department of Economics at
Dr.
Veritas
Tosin
University
Olushola
Abuja,
is a respected
he is
development
known for
economist, policy
mentoring the next.
strategist, researcher, and academic known for his passion for innovation, youth development, and institutional transformation across Africa. He currently serves as the director of the Skills Boost program at Veritas University Abuja, where he leads impactful initiatives in entrepreneurship, digital capacity building, leadership, and experiential learning, equipping young people with practical skills for the future. As a senior lecturer in the Department of Economics at the Veritas University Abuja, he is committed to mentoring the next generation of economics and development professionals. Dr. Olushola has also provided consulting and advisory support to organizations including the United Nations Development Programme and other leading development institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Dr. Tosin Olushola.
So much. Um, please just look at somebody beside you, say relax. This whole conversation around AI is making all of us, somewhat very serious and tense. And, two promises I want to make before I start. Um, one, I'm conscious of the time, so I won't waste your time. That's a promise number one. Second promise is whatever I'm going to be sharing with you is not technical. You won't think too much to figure it out. You don't need AI to figure out my presentation, right? I like to welcome us here on behalf of our own president and founder, Mr. Kunle Joe Komolafe. Please, if you don't mind, if you can stand up on your feet and help me celebrate Mr. Kunle Joe Komolafe. It is on his behalf. It's one of the reasons why we are all gathered here. Thank you very much. Men will honor you as well. Please, you may be seated. Thank you so much. Now, one of the things that would give you an edge in whatever sphere you find yourself, in whatever industry you find yourself, is not just your technical skill. I'll take that again. One of the things that will give you an edge, that will make you indispensable, that will make you unshakable, that will solidify your place and give you a space, not just in the future of work, but even in the current workspace. I repeat, it's not your technical ability. It is not your technical skills alone. One of the things that will give you an ability is your capacity to understand human being. And you find that quite interesting. I actually prepared a slide. If they are able to project it, fine. If they are not able to project it, I will still be fine. But truth be told, so if you remember these two things, I'm sure my job is half done. One is that the future of work, and even in the current workspace of work, technical competence and ability, 80% will be taken over by AI. 80% will be what? Taken over by what? AI. Now, that is not a projection, and it's not a prophecy, it's a reality. It's as real as your name. It's as real as your knowledge of Nigeria. So nobody can come and brag to you and say, I'm the best. I have A1 for that mass. Right? Or I can solve econometrics. Those are the things that's technical skill. Right? Or you're a civil engineer. No, let's even bring it to tech. You know how to code. You do coding. Right? You can build websites. Do you know that I was shocked that Yinka, my nephew, just did his birthday yesterday. I think he will be 12, 13. I'm sure it's just less than 15. He's in SS1, so you can guess his age. Right? So 12 plus maybe 3. Yeah. So it's 14, 15. But Yinka sent me a website that he built from scratch. It's in SS1. But you would think he's one of those geniuses that are, very smart kid, amazing. Minka is brilliant, so I'm not downplaying his intelligence. But I also don't think it took him up to a week to build that website. If it even took him 2 days to build that website. Now, that's something that you sit with a developer that will carry one big sophisticated MacBook. They don't use Windows operating system. They carry MacBook. We carry one sophisticated Mr. Kalu. I can still remember when we were doing a project with ISDG, when we were developing that framework for Nigeria. We used to have one Mr. Kalu. He looks like a foreigner, somebody from space. He carried that MacBook. Yes. The way we revere him. But do you know that all of those code that he spent 6 years, 10 years learning after reading computer science in secondary school, one AI, you just give him a prompt. All the code are ready. 2 minutes, code, 4-year code, bagam. Right? Now you will think it's those kind of work that are threatened this day, right? Because whether you like it or not, those works are actually threatened. They will go. I will not pay any human being to come and do that kind of work for me again. I will just subscribe. $30, $100. Worst case scenario, $500. You have 1 whole year subscription. And the AI will be doing everything. It will do the work of 1 million people for you in 2 days. Who would not like that? Has anybody gone back to Triberta? No, who wants to do that? People used to actually go and learn. Mavis Bicon, how many of you were in my generation? Teaches typing, right? And then we are measuring people's efficiency. People are getting employed because they can type 1,000 words per second. I would say it's very efficient. He can close his eye and type, right? Now I carry the entire note that I want to type. I just snap it on my phone, pack, I just upload it. AI, 1 minute. He has transcribed it in. I just look at it and say, okay, it's okay. Good to go. 1 minute. So you don't even need to type again. You can actually send picture and it will convert it to typed word for you. You can be speaking to the thing. So all of the things that you think you went to learn, acquired degree in the university for 4 years, 6 years, right? Those technical abilities are already taken over by AI. I didn't come here as a prophet of doom. It's just to create a consciousness within you. Now, I want us to also be honest. I want you to be very, very honest, right? And I'll use a practical example. How many of you believe you are happier now than you were 10 years ago? And I'm not talking about richer. I'm talking about happier. You're happier now. In what way? Okay, do you think society is better today than it was 20 years ago? Somebody say us out now. Why do you think society is not better? Somebody said inflation. No, be honest. To some people, they are living their best life. Life is good. It can't be better. It has never been better than this. Right? But statistically speaking,
Dr.
and I'm
Tosin
telling you
Olushola
fact,
is a respected development economist.
globally, people are less happier today than they were 10 years ago. And I'm not talking about Nigerians. The irony of it is that standard of living would have gone down. Quality of life would have gone down. Access to food would have gone down. The quality of houses people live in would have gone down, right? But now people consume more than 10 times what they consumed before, and they are 10 times less happy. It sounds like a paradox, right? So how come we have more access, more tools, more comfortable environment? The things that we used to consider as luxury. How many of you are parents in this room? I think I'll be able to touch you a little bit. How many of you have ever looked at your children and said, oh, these children, they don't know anything. When I was your age, I don't even have access to half of what you have access to. And the children are looking at you indignant. Like, what are you even providing? What do you even think that? Because in a measure, how they rate reality, you have not even provided 20%. Right? But that's the reality. And you're comparing that and you're like, oh, because in my own time, it takes me, I trek to school. Now school bus is coming to carry you. You are not grateful. But I realized that I was happier trekking to school than children that were carried in school bus. And I used to envy the people that were entering school bus those days, and I'll be like, their life is better because at least they don't have to suffer. So we associate walking to school with our friends where we gist, right? And walking back from school with our friends where we play, on the road. We associate it with suffering. Now the people that they are carrying in bus want to trek, but they cannot trek. In the university, one of the things we do is that when you see a fine girl, Abby, you tell your friends, see that babe, very fine, right? No, I will not give you any example. Mr. Abby wants me to give practical example. Then you walk up to them, and then you tell them how beautiful they are looking, right? And then you invite them for a date or you do something, right? Now, people can, the happening guys, the people that we give director of social, if you look at them, right, at every point in time, they have at least maybe 20 or 30 people that like them on campus. They are real-time influencers. But I know of people today that have 1,000 followers that don't have 2 friends. You see, the values of the future is what I'm defining for you now. I didn't come here to waste your time. What we will value in the future are not the things that we value now. Guess what? See, I don't care the model of car you are driving right now. 2026, right? Sophisticated AI power, amazing music in it, wonderful air conditioning. In 10 years' time, it will look like crap. And with the pace of technological advancement, don't let anybody bamboozle you with anything physical. You see your smartphone, they will look like, I don't know, those they used to call it palasa. They will look like nonsense. Like, what am I carrying? And then you see the people that you do respect, those doctors, the people that have PhDs, that have called themselves civil engineer, medical engineer, nurses, doctors, right? Those people lawyers, those people that wear suits and tie and coats, that used to respect, that are feeling cool like they are ruling the world right now, right? Those people also will be demystified. They have already been demystified. It's just that you don't know yet. So 2 things I will encourage you to go and do. If you are one of those people that say, which AI thing safe, please open your eyes. You see the previous presentation we just have? It's going to save your life. It's going to save your family. It's going to save your business. Please embrace it. That's the technical part. The reason why I'm not going to emphasize that much is because, you see, that technical part, whether you like it or not, it has happened to you. Did I say it will happen to you? It has what? It has already happened. Whether you believe it or not, it has happened to you. Go and ask people that were employed as teller, see a name in bank before, where are their jobs? The people that thought that their job, you cannot take it away. Me, I'm a marketer. I know how to go and bring money in the even marketing job now are taken away. But they've not taken away customer service. The only thing they took away from customer service are the things that are left brain work, printing of ATM, use all this thing, I want to fill form, all of those, right? AI will be doing all of that for you. But when it comes to true troubleshooting, when somebody says, I will bring down this bank today, you will know that this thing. Everybody, I'll go on to that and I will label this your bank, and he means it, and he can do it. See, the things you pay 2 billion to do branding for, advertising campaign, one person can ruin it in 2 seconds. One dissatisfied customer can make everybody, one social media influencer can ruin your bank. With all your AI. So how do you manage those kind of people? You see the people that will manage that kind of environment, they are indispensable. Whether you like them or not, whether they are Christians or Muslim or atheists, it will not matter. Organization will pay them in billions, in millions of dollars just to keep them in the organization. You know why? Those are the people that own their space in the future of work. Amazingly so, right? You see the kind of money that people will be making in the future with access to technology. It will so shock you that everything that you have worked for in the last 30, 40, 50 years, one person can make it in 1 hour. It's already happening. So if you are not leveraging, if you are not tapping into those economy, into those industry, if you're a professional right here, I can assure you that there's nothing in this world that you are doing, whether you're a musician, you're a lecturer, you're a researcher, you're a medical personnel, that you are doing now that AI cannot make better. In fact, if you used to attend to 10 patients, how many patients can the consultant attend to in a day? But we can put the entire memory of the consultant, his whole world experience, we can upload it into an AI, and he will be serving 1 million patients on a daily basis, and he won't make mistake, and he won't slip off, he won't dose off, he won't pay consultancy fee. In fact, that consultancy fee can be reduced by a fraction of a zero in terms of the cost, so it's even cheaper, and it's more accurate. Can I now shock you? Doctors are now sitting in front of you, in front of a computer. You think they are meditating. They say, when last did you see your period? Are you AS or BB? They're asking you somebody, and the man is typing it into computer. AI is giving you response, recommending chlorodiflexacin, something for you. See, AI is consulting for you, and you don't even know. Now, so all of that will be demystified. But there's something that AI cannot take place. That's what I've come to tell you today. There's something that AI cannot replace in the future of work, right? It's called the complementarity of human AI experience. You saw our previous consultant, Mr. Woshika just mentioned something. He said after the AI has done everything, automated, done this thing, you will now need somebody to do what? On the basis of what? The final decision of whether this makes sense or not. Kai. I know the people in Gwagwalada, they won't like this thing. Because I've been there. Because I know their social experience. I understand their cultural nuances. That he worked in Maryland. If I bring it here, it will not work. You see that component of context understanding, social intelligence, emotional intelligence, understanding your environment. AI cannot do it. It can generate the data for you. So as much as it is very important, and it's becoming way, way cheaper now to access all of the tools. Please, 2 things. I told you I don't want to waste your time. 2 things. The first thing I want you to leave here with, and I don't want you to come here and you have attended another seminar. They say, that man is a wonderful speaker. No, I don't want to be a wonderful speaker. I just want you to remember 2 things. If the future of work 3.0, I come back here and you can point at me and say, you mentioned 2 things, so that day, one of it has helped me. Then my job is done. But if I impress you with my eloquent speech, ability to say, this is my red coat. See, that's useless. So the first thing I want you to do, please, if you want to write it down, write it. If you want to record it, record it. You want to snap it, snap it. If you want to ask AI, ask AI. Whatever you are doing, if you are a student, see, all of the textbooks that have ever been written in your field is already online. Bottom line, you also don't have to read everything. Now you can upload equations to AI. It will solve it for you, step by step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. So AI can do tutorial that you are wasting your money to go and pay for a lesson. To somebody who is reading, copying textbook and writing it and coming to regurgitate it to you. So it's cheaper. So whatever you are doing, whether you're a student, you're a banker, you're a musician, please find out at least 5 AI tools that can help your work become better. See, people in the US, they are already using it. In Ghana, they are using it. In Mozambique, they are using it. In UK, they are using it. You are still forming which AI is safe. Everybody just saying AI, artificial intelligence. Everybody, if I say how many of you know about AI, and everybody will raise up their hand, we know in our shape, there's ChatGPT. It's more than that, You know, the part that should excite you is that AI can make you more money, right? With AI, you can take 5 jobs and you do it efficiently. The only reason why it's still looking like magic now, you know, I said 5 jobs, but you can take 10. You can take 10 jobs, paid jobs, 10. And you do it so well that your clients will be so impressed with you. You know, light is very significant in the midst of darkness. So the biggest place to be able to make the maddest of money, let me use that English, using AI, is still in Africa or not even in the US. They are building the tools. I read in the news the other day that an entire city like Abuja is being cleared. Power is being short. You can imagine if they are generating 5,000 megawatts for Abuja alone. And AI, they call them, what's it called now? Like workstations. If I remember the actual word, I will let you know. Like workstation. Those are just, you know, like computer server room. But this time around, those are the things that are backbone for AI. They are building them like real estate. There's a estate they call 1044 in Lagos. You know that kind of estate? Those kind of multi-rise building that is multi-rise. Now, if you have that, you can imagine building an entire Wuse, and you're building it, and it's just, you know, skyscrapers, just a warehouse AI-powered, you know, servers alone. And companies are investing in billions of dollars. So already, people are already cashing out. Those building those chips and all of that. If you can't leverage into those industry, right? You can leverage the simple day-to-day task that people are doing. There's virtually nothing in this world that you are doing now that AI cannot make it better. Now you can become a photographer. In 2 weeks. Professional photographer. In 2 weeks. Right? You can do photo, you know those photo editing that they do, they go and carry number, brown and green and this thing, I'm label it on your clothes or do this thing. Now AI will do that for you in 2 seconds. Just do processing, and it has done. So please find out at least 5. I said how many? 5. And it's easy to Google. You can even use AI to look for another AI. Right? Yes, start with Google. Go on Google and say 5 AI tools for teachers. Please write it down. Whatever it gives you, just out of curiosity, just even check it. 5 AI tools for photographers. 5 AI tools for musicians. Do you know that the music that people recorded in 1998 that did not trend, now they are giving it to AI. AI is making it blow. When I said AI has already happened to you, it has already happened to you. So one is, I'm not coming here to say, oh, because you are socially intelligent, emotionally intelligent, discard AI. I've already scammed you. So one, AI is important. In fact, why I'm not emphasizing it is because it's inevitable. Whether you come to that reality today or not, it will eventually become obvious that you will need it, right? And the future of work will be, you know, those people, you know, during COVID actually exposed, I'm a lecturer in the university, COVID actually exposed a lot of professors that were not, you know, computer literate. So they now say all lectures should go online. Come and see protest. Somebody will now be telling you about pedagogy. They will bring big grammar and say, no, you know, there's nothing like face-to-face lecture. But COVID say you cannot do contact, social distancing, so should education go? No, we completed an entire session online. And come and see the way it happened to people. People are using WhatsApp to deliver lecture when they have G Suite. Let me give you an analogy of what that means. It means that somebody is using wheelbarrow, not bicycle. You know wheelbarrow. You know people that are crippled, they used to carry them in those days in wheelbarrow and somebody else will be pushing it, right? It's like using wheelbarrow to carry somebody and you have key to Mercedes-Benz S-Class. You know that those realities don't even match. We're not talking efficiency now, we're talking about worlds apart. And the person that has the same key to Mercedes-Benz brand new S-Class is carrying wheelbarrow to use it to be pushing his load. And he's sweating and saying, see me, I'm a very hard worker. Can't you see I'm growing muscle? And they are very proud of it. So you look at it and you just be like, what is this? Technology has left you behind. I don't want that to be the reality. One of your greatest advantage that you came for the future of work 2.0 is that now you are aware that this thing is not news. It's already here with us. And please, second step is that all of these applications that you can use to enhance your work, they are available in the free versions that you don't have to pay for. The day you realize the one that will change your life the most, please pay for it. I have dropped another thing. You know, in this part of the world, we don't like to pay for anything. We just be, why should I waste my money? Why should I? Don't you say this one, you don't know, say the free one day, right? Oyibo that do, you know, Yoruba language say, Oyibo to she pencil. Is that the people that did pencil, they are the one that also write, the manufacturer, it's the same technology, right? So the people that said something is premium, there are things that you will never have access to if you don't have the premium version. If it is useful for your work, pay for it. The beauty of it is that it will pay you back. Now I'm done with AI. Let's come back to the crux of my matter, and here's where it lies. Now, there are things that AI cannot do, as sophisticated as I have just mentioned, right? As amazing, as wonderful as AI is, there are certain things that AI will never be able to do. And I'll mention just one. Let me list out the things that AI cannot do, but I'm just going to dwell on one. Please permit me. I'm almost done. I have just maybe less than 5 minutes. I'll be out of your face, so please indulge me. I'm trying to access my slide. That's one thing that AI cannot do. AI cannot troubleshoot. Yes. Where are you? Okay. Sorry, this is my glasses to affect. This light will not affect me. So it's not fashion. Okay. So this is good. So I'm just going to the limits. So this social skills. I'm here. Now, so let me just reel out social skills that AI cannot replace, right? One of it is emotional intelligence. AI can learn some level of human emotion, right? But what this thing called emotional intelligence, the most sophisticated of AIs will not be able to handle it. Understanding human being, right? And knowing when to respond and how to respond, framework. Now, that's one thing that AI cannot do that human being can do. Leadership, creativity. When it comes to creativity, AI is learning from human models, right? The superiority of AI is the efficiency with which it can replicate human creativity, but originality in terms of innovation, AI cannot do that, and I'll give you an example if I have the time. Conflict resolution. AI will not be able to do it. The moment one person in this room stand up and say, you know that at the beginning of the show we had some technical issue, right? And then the person in charge of photography is accusing the cameraman. The cameraman is accusing the internet person. And they are like, now you see the way they waste my time now. See, all of my audience are already waiting. Now you're wasting. I paid you for this service. And it's going like that, right? How do you resolve it? Who is right? Who is wrong? Everybody is claiming right. Right? AI cannot do that. And finally, adaptability. If I have automated this, my presentation, right? And I plug it and play it. And then I get to this place, just like, my profile was supposed to be red, with automation. And the thing cool down. Did you see what Victor did? Victor had to carry his WhatsApp, carry his phone, went to the profile, the text version, and he read it. Did you hear it? Yeah, it's called adaptability. I cannot do that. So after I've invested all of my money in thousands of dollars to build sophisticated AI-powered machine that can do 1 million times faster what Victor can do, I will still need Victor because Victor can adapt. So I'll just tell you one of those and I will go away from your face. See, the future of work is going to be driven, is going to be dominated, right, by the people that first of all understand humanity. The people that understand what? Humanity. Because technology will be demystified. It will make life so easy. Nobody will be able to bamboozle you on technical skill alone anymore. But then, do you know that right now, the rate of mental health cases has so grown astronomically, not among poor households, but among households that are categorized as middle income and high income. So the people that you are envying, that they are riding in a Land Cruiser and a Lexus Jeep, and they are living in very, wonderful style of city that you are hoping that one day, you go and live there. They are the people that have a mental health issue. And I'm not saying this, in a derogatory sense. I'm saying that, and people are willing to pay anything. When I mean anything, people are willing to pay any amount of money for the emotional stability of their children, of their wife, of their husband, of their community. You see, the people that will be able to create value in that kind of sphere, they are indispensable. AI cannot take their job. So rather than just learn tech alone, can you begin to learn human psychology? Can you begin to research on emotional intelligence? Can you begin to even decode go to AI and say, what is empathy? And then go and read it across 5 different AI tools. Let it even give, information has been decentralized. Everything I'm saying to you now, you can verify it. Even as I'm saying it, somebody is recording it and AI is translating and say, this one, I have, they used to do that during campaign now. They say, I fact check him. That one a lie. Right? So you can do that, but please, the people that understand human beings are going to rule the workspace of the future. The businesses that understand human beings are going to have the ultimate edge. Because, see, let me tell you something. Do you know that all of the banks in Nigeria, at the early stage of this year, January, February, if you have any bank account, you know that there are some times that most banks had downtime. All of them switch over to an upgraded version of a software operating system that is driving their banking application. So, when they say technology, people, technology, service. I don't want to advertise any bank, right? Now, that's used to be a major edge for a particular bank that we know in Nigeria, right? You see, that technology part has been decentralized. So it doesn't give them any edge alone. The technology part has been decentralized. But you see, the people part is what's going to make the difference. Because people are not just interested in banking services now, they are interested in their experience. So do you know that banks still go to people's house? Not bank application. They give everybody else application, but they still go to the houses of some people. Banks still attend birthday parties. Banks still go to burial. Oh, you don't know? Banks still attend campaigns. They still provide social services. They still do CSR. Why are they doing all of that? Because when it comes to operational efficiency, every bank already has it. But you see, people management, that's what's going to be the discerning future. How many of you have done shopping on Temu before? I hope you know that Temu is 90% AI. All of those you order, all of those things they are doing, right? You are placing it. They are doing 1 million, if not a billion transactions simultaneously. But you will need a human being when you order for glass and it gives you plastic. And you want to go online and go and fight. You just call one this thing and they just put you to a human being and say, no, this one, we need to troubleshoot this one, right? And they say, no worry. For Lugbe, we get one. So it speaks to you. But that's one out of maybe every 10,000 transactions. The human being that is at that point, understanding the emotions of Nigeria, how to calm him down, how not to, right? Those are people that AI can't take their job. So in the midst of that logistic sophistication that is powered by AI, we still have human beings to move the good from one place to the other, interface with human being, ensure that things don't get bad. When they get bad, how do you manage it? You see people that will lead the future, and these are the job of leaders. So when we're talking about leadership, we're not talking about an abstract concept. When you're talking emotional intelligence, we're not talking about abstract what? Concept. See, AI will take the job of a lot of teachers, but it won't take the job of counselors. See, the amount of information that I have in my current field, and I'm not dumb, right? The amount of information that students have access to, the only difference between them and me is how much time I spend on those information and processing it and making sense of it. It's not about the quality of information. So all of the information I have, they have more information than the most sophisticated notes I can create or lecture slides I can create. But what they don't have is how to connect the difference between student A and student B. How to pause and say, no, today we are not even going to do lecture. We are going to do storytelling. Or today to look into the eye of this one and say, please don't attend this lecture. Just go home. Are you hungry? Go and buy food. That's basically all the student just needed for that day. Just give him lunch or provide him water and tell him to go and sleep. The following day can come and continue. AI cannot look at you like that and say, your temperature is going 17 degrees, please go home. Mm-mm. But there's a way you look at me. Day 1, day 2, day 3. When I come, I see that you're not looking at me like that. I need to pause whatever I'm doing and come to you and identify what problem you are going through, right? And if you do that so efficiently, no matter, see, it won't matter your technical efficiency anymore. People will pay 10 times to come to your environment. And I'll give you a case study. Currently, I lead the Creative Hub in Veritas University. That's one thing that we're using to distinguish ourselves from every other private university in Nigeria, providing platform for students to, express themselves in a way that is out of this world. And it will shock you the kind of things that students are producing in art, in music, in shows. You see students that are very timid like this, and they are hosting show. When it comes to come and see them doing fashion exhibition. I saw one of my students like this, was the master of the ceremony, saying, let's welcome the great show. And then they are coming, see model. I'm like, students, from start to finish, they created the creative idea, all of that, just by giving students room for expression. Where every other thing is talking about, AI classroom, smart board, smart, right? All of that, every university will eventually have. Every school will always have that technology. They will have access to it. They will even go abroad. But I foresee a situation where in the future, the school will still be relevant because people will withdraw their children from schools abroad. When they become, I don't want to mention, and then they bring them back into our own system, and then they become transformed. Now, that's something that AI will not be able to do. So if AI is still threatening you, please, you are still focusing on the technical part of your work. If you focus on the human part of your work, you can't lose your job. So I've said 2 things. 1, AI is good, Abi. 2, understanding human beings is better. AI is what? Understanding human being. That's the message. AI is what? An inevitable. So you can't do without it. But understanding human beings what? Is better. Now, final example. What's your perception of this whole reality, this whole event? Right? If I give you the mic and I ask 5 different people, they will have 5 different experiences. True or false? But if you give an AI to capture this room and interpret it, it will almost interpret the same result 5 times, repetitively, efficiently, to capture all your looks, your clothes, your everything, right? But the reason why I know that the future is already earmarked clearly for those who would understand human being, leverage human being, understand the need of human being, and take out time to serve them the way they want to be served, will never lose their jobs. They won't lose their business. Finally, this is a practical case study I'm telling you about. How many of you have eaten those big agric mangoes? Those red, wonderful mango that they use for mango juice. Amazing, very sweet, right? Some of them are even GMO, genetically, modified mangoes or apples, or right? I used to think that those are the ultimate. So in the days where those technology evolved, where people are beginning to mass produce food, mass produce agricultural commodities, right? The people that are able to buy agric version, we call them, right? Those are the things that come out of agric researches. So we call them agric fowl, right? Broilers, breeders. Please mention them, right? So those days when you don't have, poor people eat local chicken, right? The ones that are going, those balams, used to sell. Now, poor people eat local chicken. Rich and sophisticated people eat what? We call them agric chicken, broilers. That the tie alone, when you look at it, be like, now chicken be this, right? It's amazing. Today, those broiler chickens have been demystified. Everybody eats them. Then people are now looking for local chicken. Thank you, ma. Somebody says it's now very expensive. That's the perfect analogy of where I'm going to. Today, we'll be celebrating people that are using AI to do some things to bamboozle you. Just be like, now picture of file like this. That somebody do like this. Because AI is enhancing their technical ability and we are celebrating them. In the future, we will celebrate people that are able to connect originally to human thoughts, experience, feeling. And you know that, no, this story is not AI generated. This story is not what? It's not AI what? Generated. So when I stand in front of you and I tell you of a truth with all of the challenges you are going through in this room, and I tell you that you can have a brighter future, your future can be great, you can become anything you want to become in this life. The only reason why you can believe me is I can tell you my own personal story and you can relate with it. So if you have lived in Minna, Niger State before, I can tell you about New Tunga Primary School. It's a public primary school. So somebody will now say, I know the place. I know I'm now for Tunga locals, right? That's what? Relatable, right? And then I can tell you that I wrote JAMB and I passed, but I did not get admission. Somebody can relate and say, I met to Adolphe JAMB before, right? And then after waiting for 3 years at home, and I eventually got that admission. The week I got that admission, my father now died. Someone just press it inside their computer. Dr. Tosin Olushola, father alive or not? AI will bring you and say, no, father deceased. Right? You say, it's true. Mine is talking true. He said, your father don't die and he didn't leave you money. How did you now graduate from school? So if I tell you that I can graduate if you don't have father, you can believe me. It's different from, it's a very beautiful experience. They read one very lofty profile. Do you know that AI would definitely not be able to simulate the real-time challenges that people face? It takes human beings to also be able to understand that. And that is why, one of the greatest hunger in the future, where people will have the greatest leverage, is that people want to be listened to. I hope you do know. The greatest cry in our today's generation is a voice to be heard, though. It's a cry for help. And that cry for help is that everybody wants to be what? Heard. Everybody else is telling you everything to do. Somebody is sitting in this room and saying, all these things you are just saying, if only you can give me this, man, let me just tell you what's going on in my mind. It will just change everything that you're talking about in this space. It is true. Right? Who would do that genuinely for you? And be able to relate. After listening to you, we'll be able to understand your context and say, in fact, I wanted to judge you that you came late for this event, but I'm paying your transport to go back home. That's where empathy comes in. But why will you see empathy in an algorithm that is already designed to say when your temperature is 36 degrees, you are middle healthy. When it's 40 degrees, it is red flag. When it is this, it is right. Then how do you decipher between normal children and autistic children? How do you give preferences to physically challenged people? How do you? Because you put 10 pregnant women in the room, 10 different experiences. All of them, life and death. Or how do you understand? How do you genuinely understand a nursing mother? to create problem between mother-in-law and he said, I mean, when I was not in my own side, I used to use this thing. I said, madam, you don't understand. This is a completely different reality. And somebody say, just listen to me, understand my own. Right? So there are no two human beings that are alike. But those who will take time to actually understand the need of human being, this is my final thought. Those who will take their time. So if you want to have edge, if you want to have relevance, if you want to dominate the future, please take your time to authentically, and I'm not talking about you just want to make money, authentically, genuinely understand the need of human being within your environment and provide solution around that need and serve them authentically. I tell you the truth, you have owned a secret weapon that will give you an edge forever. You know, it's very easy for everybody to walk into an organization and see what's not working. It's a no-brainer. But it takes all the time. Every time, I'm telling you from personal experience, every time I walk into, the office of a chief executive, and I look around there now and I'm like, see, how do you even cope with all of this? I used to tell my vice chancellor that each time I walk into his office and I see piles of memo, and I remember when you have all of these general meetings, all this congress, people talking about working condition, salary, this thing, right? Now, when you do all of that, and I ask him that question, I say, how do you even cope? Do you sleep? And the man abandons everything on his table. I say, really? In fact, there's a deadline that I need to submit to council. I'm not even sure I will sleep this night again. Who sees that? Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to what? Die. But you see the people that will truly understand the struggles that people are going through, the needs that people have, the authentic voice that they want to have, right? And be able to build product, services that are personalized, configured for them. So in the future, serving one person will be more profitable than serving 1 million people. It might sound like a paradox, but please watch out. Serving the need of one person genuinely and authentically. So somebody will not, because money will not be an issue in the future. So forget about it. But people have automated system that they are sleeping and they are making money. And they want to give all that money away to one person that will be able to meet the one authentic need that they do have that nobody, the whole of the world is not seeing. Your ability to see that, like the vision that KJK has to create a system of this nature. Do you know that this is a virtual system that would have recorded all of this session and just post it on your Facebook or your YouTube and send you the link in your house? Say, sleep on your bed and go and do it. But I tell you, it doesn't recreate this experience you're having. Thank you very much.
The notepad is full, but the place of taking action will make the difference. AI is good. Human relationship is better. And I said here that the space we have now is human-powered expertise. That is what I have summarized from all he has said. The place of soft skills is more important than ever. As long as you're a critical thinker, a solution provider, AI will partner with you because you are using AI to provide the solution needed. Please note down your questions. We will be taking them shortly. But before that, we have a word from our founder and international director, Mr. Kunle Joe Komolafe, all the way from USA. He has made this platform a place for us to be. And he saw into the future because most of the things we are discussing now has been what he has been telling us before now. And I think I forgot my note. There is a notepad I had, or I still have. The date on that my notepad is 2011. And some of the things that are happening now are some of the thoughts he has shared. So without wasting so much of our time, because we are aware the time is fast spent, we will be listening to our founder and international director, Mr. Kunle Joe Komolafe. Thank you, and I will be back shortly.
Hello, how we all doing today? I am excited about the fact that we get to meet again in the room. Hello, how we all doing today? I am excited about the fact that we get to meet again in the room. Awesome, awesome. It's been a great experience, and I want to say thank you to our leaders who showed up
Hello,
strong.
how
The
we all
leadership in
doing
Abuja.
today? I am excited
The
about the
state manager Victor and everyone on the team in Abuja, Antonia.
how we all doing today?
KD,
I am excited
who am I missing
about the
now?
fact that we get to meet again.
Father Abraham, right? And everybody on the volunteer team, a good number of you guys who showed up and showed strong. Thank you guys, and also want to appreciate the national team. Awesome job you guys have done. To support and make sure this comes to be. Under the leadership of the country director, um, Chris Ogie. And then we have Dorothy, we have Victor also on the national, and then great job the media team, awesome under the leadership of Prince Momo. All right, so very quickly, I just want you to celebrate yourself again, appreciate yourself, like they do say, right? Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I'm glad to sit by your side today. And you look good. So you know what you're going to do for me? Tell your neighbor, so you know what you're going to do for me? After this event, you should take me out for dinner. Did you say that? Actually, I mean it. Tell me. All right, all right. So earlier this morning, I had the opportunity of speaking uh, um, to a group of leaders, and I want to just share my thoughts. I spoke to them about leadership and greatness and how it connects, right? People go for greatness, not knowing that it is leadership that births greatness. It's leadership that births greatness. And I try to explain to them that leadership is not positional, leadership is not title, right? That's not what leadership actually means. Leadership is your ability to influence, or the ability to influence yourself first, and then influence others towards a certain objective, a certain goal, that either negative or positive, right? So at every level, we are leading, and we are leading ourselves to something, or we are leading a group of people to something, right? So But that was the foundation I laid, and I spent a good number of time rather, just talking to them about that greatness. And I said a few other things, right? But then let me just pick one or two things. And I said to them that greatness requires vision, and I need you to understand that. And if you're taking notes, please do take notes. Greatness requires vision. I know you've heard about vision and vision and vision and all of those things, but then take this again and add to what you already know. Right? Vision is the ability to see tomorrow while you are living today. Vision is the ability to see tomorrow while you are living today. Vision allows you to live beyond your current circumstances. It allows you to live beyond your current circumstances. I know you are trying to um uh jackpot, if there's anything like that, that and a whole lot of things. I mean, if we take the mic and we go round, we're going to hear different current circumstances, right? But vision allows you to live beyond your current circumstances. It was vision that allowed me live beyond my circumstances over the years, right? When I came, into this country, crazy kind of jobs that I have had to do, right? That a lot of people don't even know about, just to keep going, But vision kept me going. Vision kept me going when I could not afford to renew my accommodation in Abuja. I was living in Kubwa, I could not afford to renew my accommodation. And then you would ask me how much? 150,000 naira. I could not afford it, right? Was it 150? 250,000 naira, sorry. 250,000 naira. It was 250,000 naira per annum. Then, many years ago, I could not afford to pay that. And then I had to move my things from the house, and then they moved all my stuff to a poultry cage created for chickens and hens. God bless their hearts, the couples that did that. And then I had to be moving from one place. At some point, I had to sleep in the park. I had to sleep in Jabi Park, not too far from you guys, where you guys are meeting, for a few days with the drivers. But vision kept me going. When I had to walk from Utako to Durumi by foot to go eat a plate of rice because I could not afford it. I had just 15 naira with me. It was vision that kept me going. So vision is powerful. It's powerful. Vision drove me to where I am today. Vision is powerful. Without vision, people drift. Without vision, people react. That's why people react all kinds of reactions, because there is no understanding of the vision that they carry. That's why people react even in an organization like this, because the understanding of what actually brought you in and what is keeping you is not solid enough. I know we are humans. We are meant to react as humans. But then after reaction, what happens? Do you understand? Without vision, people react. Without vision, people settle. People settle for a plate of, Without vision, people move in circles. People move in circles when there's no clear vision, a mental picture of who you want to be, who you want to be. Vision gives direction. Vision creates focus. Vision creates discipline. Vision helps you say no to distraction because you are committed to something bigger than temporary pleasure. It's vision that will make you say no when the calls come at 11 p.m. and you know you're not going to be back until 3 a.m. and then the next day you will be useless to yourself and to everybody and a whole lot of other things. Vision helps you say no to distraction because you are committed to something bigger than temporary pleasure. It's vision. It's vision. Things, life would always life. You understand? But your ability to pick yourself up when life hits you hard and redirect yourself. You know, GPS, when you are going, you're on the right path, and then something just happens. There's a stop on the road. Maybe there's a blockage on the road. They are trying to fix the road. You understand? Or they're trying to do something on the road and all of that, and then they point an arrow saying turn left, but the GPS is telling you to go straight, right? And then when you get to that stop, and then they keep telling you turn left, you know, construction is going on here, and then you turn left, it looks like a diversion, it looks like a distraction, but with vision on the inside of you, GPS, it reroutes you back. So you're going to go and go and go and go and go and go and go, but then you find yourself back to that place. It could take longer. Who is checking the time for us? Come on now. Why would I have to run my race using your clock? Just make sure that you are moving. And I said to them too, that one of the greatest tragedies in life is not failing. It is succeeding in things that do not matter. That's one of the greatest tragedies in life. You can be busy and still be lost. You can be active and still be directionless. Do you get that? You can even be hardworking and still be moving in the wrong direction. But you know what vision does? Vision protects you from wasting your life. That's why every leader, you are a leader. Tell your neighbor, say you are a leader. You are a leader. That's why every leader must ask certain questions. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Quickly, you can just take notes very quickly. One of the questions is, where am I going? Just sit down and ask, wait first. Nwanu, where are you going? Do you understand? What am I building? Because whether you like it or not, you are building something. You are building something. Who am I becoming in these tough times? Who am I becoming? Tough time never last. That book. Oh my God. You should go get that book. You know, tough time never lasts, but tough people do. I think we all did it in Nigeria. We all need it. Tough time never lasts, but tough people do. It could toughen you a little bit, you know, against all of this that is happening. Who am I becoming? What impact do I want my life to have? As a member of the Real Platform, I always would want to use Real Platform as an example. What impact do I want my life to have in this system? And then you can, you know, wherever you are. When people meet me 5 years from now, what should be different about me? When people meet me 10 years from now, what should be different about me? Those are leadership questions, powerful leadership questions that the answer to those questions will shape greatness on our inside. It will shape greatness on our inside. One other thing I said to them, and I'll just wrap it up here, is leadership. Leadership is service. Leadership is service. Service breeds greatness. You see, the world has confused leadership with status. They are two different things. Leadership is not about being important. Leadership is about making others important. Leadership is not about being served. Leadership is about serving. So when you find yourself in a system like this, find where and how to serve. You know, the leader who leave lasting impact are those who solve problems. Look for problems. I'm always hunting for problems in the lives of the people sent my path. I may not be able to solve it all, but I find a way to solve something. That's what leadership does. Everywhere you go, you want to ask yourself, everywhere you find yourself, as a member of the Center for Real Impact, the real platform, you are asking yourself consistently, what problem can I solve? Not just lukewarm watching and seeing if it will, when it scatters, then I will come. It will not scatter. You're in your office, you're like, I'll just be watching them. When everything scatters, they will come to me. That's not leadership. That's witchcraft. You're asking, what problem can I solve? How can I help? How can I contribute? How can I make this better? You're asking, how can I contribute? How can I contribute? How can I make this better? That's what leaders do. That's what you should do. Everywhere you find yourself. Everywhere you find yourself. When people are like that, they are always they are always people that will be needed. Communities will need them. Organizations will need them. Nations will need them. Leaders create value. What value are you creating in the ecosystem you belong? What value are you creating here? What value are you creating in your sphere of influence? Greatness will always move in the direction of value. Oh, that sounds good. Greatness will always move in the direction of value. And I spoke to them about greatness requires courage. I'm not going to go there that deep because every meaningful future requires courage. Every meaningful future requires courage. The courage to begin. You need that courage. The courage to try. Come on, guys. The courage to try. Go try it out. What's the worst that will happen? Go try it. The courage to fail. Why are you afraid of failing? The courage to learn. What book are you reading? What podcast are you soaking yourself into? And then even when you fail, you need the courage to start again. Failed relationship, failed marriage, failed academics. The courage to start again. You can start again. Don't give up on yourself. Many people have dreams. Many people have ideas. Many people have potentials, potent ability. That guy get potential. Potential doesn't buy you nada. Potential alone cannot change anything. Do you get it? Potential is like crude oil. It has to be refined over time. And the way you refine potential is by action. Drill it. It goes through some fire. Potential without action is merely possibility. There are people sitting in this room today who are carrying ideas that could transform lives, transform their life, their family, their community. But then the painful thing is that they have fear. Fear becomes the prison. Fear of rejection, fear of criticism, fear of failure, fear of looking foolish. You see that? But the reality is this: you cannot become who you were created to be while living under the control of fear. Leadership requires courage, boldness. With what you know, step out. And courage does not mean the absence of fear. That's not courage. Courage is that in fear, I am moving. In fear, I am doing. Every leader you admire today, myself inclusive, had moments of uncertainty. I still do. Every leader you admire faced obstacles. Every leader you admire experienced setbacks. The difference is that they kept moving. They refused to surrender. They refused to surrender their future to their fears. And one other thing I said to them as I just wrap this up is that great leaders build people. Find someone you can build. Everyone in this room today, you can build someone. It could be that lady in the university with you. It could be that girl in secondary school. It could be that girl in primary school. You don't have to say, I want to build you. No, you're just intentional. You see something in them and you want to just guide them through. And the re-platform, we understand this better. We understand this better. Our mission has never been simply to gather people like we have today. No, that's not been our mission. Our mission has always been to develop people. To develop people. That's been our mission. And that's why if this is your first time here, either online or you are right there in the room listening, that's what we stand for. To equip people. That's what we represent. To inspire people. To challenge people to be better. To help people discover the greatness hidden within them. That's who we are. That's who we are. Over the years, 22 years now and still counting, we've been able to, raise leaders who have gone into different spheres of influence to become impactful. Some in the room with you today.
And again, like now, I'm 100% against this whole idea of and say no, they are not. No, please, as a professional, there are things that cannot be done using AI too. And I think that's the subject of my conversation with us. That as much as I told you to embrace all the tools that can make your work better, there are things, right, within your discipline, within your business, within your area that AI cannot replicate. My wife is the CEO of Tesla Organic Yogurt, right? If you know what goes into quality control, even when you have all of the formulas, all of the processes, everything clear, that are run by human beings or not automated, there are still error. How much more if you automate it? And you are producing in tons, in millions of tons, right? One day, a difference between 2 kg and 3 kg can go and give somebody, a permanent, food poisoning that will go and kill millions of people. Those are things that, so at the end of the day, when AI generates all of this information, all of this solution, a human being also has to be at the back end doing those quality control. You see the people that are doing those quality control, their job can never be taken away. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tosin. I think in essence, Dr. Tosin is saying we should use AI with our sense, right? Okay, so from our online folks, we have a question. This question is directed to Mr. Chris. It says, for a professional or entrepreneur based in Nigeria dealing with power and data challenge, how can we realistically build a resilient, competitive framework to participate in the global digital economy?
That question is like jam question. When you start talking of framework, you should have given Dr. Tosin. They are the framework builders. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to our speakers. So because I use AI a lot for a lot of stuffs, I believe that for us to be competitive in the African market, we need to understand not just the use of AI, and that's where I think that's just basic. You take a chat GPT and you prompt and you get something. That's like basic out of the whole global dominance, whatsoever of AI in respect to Africa. The future of work is moving beyond that. It's you understanding the system, what drives the AI, what powers the machine that gives you that accurate response. That's stops it from hallucinating. You get what models can you employ to give you the needed breakthrough. Okay, for example, and I'll just be practical. Claude Code and Claude Skills. Claude have special skills that if you are a student, and that's where you understand the system, you can build a system that serves like a boss. So you are giving it, okay, can you help me to generate or look at this business idea? 5 case studies or 5 agents are looking at your prompt and critically analyzing your business. They are telling you why it will work. One is telling you every whole possible scenario, why the business is bad and your idea model or your model is wrong. Another one is looking at it and picking certain facts and saying, this is the percentage at which your business will succeed in the African market. Another is doing something else different. So you have like 5 agentic models, and that's where we are going into now. So we're leaving chat GPTs and the likes and prompting to building agentic models that can think on their own, that can actually perform tasks for you, acting like you. In fact, there is a case study of someone that attended a meeting, and he's in a meeting room, he's sleeping on his bed, but the agent that is a replica of himself is in the meeting, present, shaking his head.
There's a dustbin there.
Right? And so when we talk of the future of work, let's leave prompting 50% or not 50% and the like. The AI, he has warned you already now. He has told you, I'm not an emotional human being. I cannot, give you some responses. I am not this, I cannot, and you are still trusting it 100%. So we're moving beyond that fact to now building skills that you can integrate into your coding system or your coding block, and it gives you a response that is so undeniable. So you have the Claude Code bringing a model like that is Opus, like 4.8 model, and that model is critical, is brutal. It does stuff that a normal human being will not do. So I think coming back to everything, let's understand the system, the framework at which these models are going to work. It will help us to really drive practically our approach to seeing what AI can do in terms of making income, right? And in terms of helping us to really leverage our skills. Also in terms of research, which is also very critical for us because we live in a country where we lack access to proper data, right? So as tying everything up, understanding the framework, understanding what happens to what, why is that model working like this? Try to understand the model, try to understand the approach. It helps us to really now become producers rather than consumers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chris. You've done justice to that question. So at this point, I would like to welcome our dynamic Mr. Victor to give us some very important announcements. Please welcome Mr. Victor again.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Tonia. And please, let's keep this conversation going such that we can interact. We are your partners in progress. We are always here at your service. Has it been worth our time? Has it been worth our time? Yeah, as we begin to round up for today, there are some exciting news that we need you to hear. How many of us are excited to hear this good news? All right, so for our business owners, if you know you run a business, if you know you have an idea you want to become reality, if you want to scale up your business, if you want to expand. Remember I talked about our platform here, right? The Fit Business, from idea to thriving business. So we are partnering with our Fit Biz to bring about what we call the Business Clinic. So Business Clinic is where we want to x-ray your business. We want to give you practical solutions on how you can scale. How many of us have noticed that skit makers now are going broke? Have we been following that trend online? Yeah, because the trend is changing. And it is only those that are able to adapt that will still remain relevant. You will agree with me that before now, a lot of skit makers make their money by advertising a product. No matter what they are saying, they will chip in a product they are advertising. So, the Business Clinic is an opportunity for you to come and discuss one-on-one with the experts what challenges your businesses are facing. And they will give you practical solutions on how you can go about it. So we are offering ourselves as accountability partners to your business. And it is free of charge. Please, a round of applause to the real platform. So irrespective of your sphere, we have something for you. So we will be x-raying and giving you blueprints for your business, operational strategies, and how you can scale your business. And the first session will be happening on the 27th of June between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at our Gwarimpa office. So for those interested, after closing, please sit here. One of our program officers will attend to you. Please, for the Business Clinic, it is free of charge. If you are interested, please make yourself available to my left after the closing of this business, and then we take your details and then we communicate with you. Also, come August 15th, 2026, we will be having the Leadership conclave. Are we excited? So if you think you are a leader, because we know you are a leader, the leadership conclave is for you. And it is free of charge. You know, even in Freetown, nothing is free. But Real Platform is so generous that we are happy doing things free of charge. So Leadership Conclave 2026 is happening August 15. Further information will be coming your way. So please do well to follow us on all our social media handles at Official Real Platform. At Official Real Platform. And if you want to become a member of this wonderful organization, please do well to stay behind. As I told us earlier, how many of us knows the long-standing member that has been here for 22 years with us? We know him, right? Yeah, that is Dr. Tosin. Dr. Tosin has been with this organization in the last 22 years. And we have Mr. Ife in the building too. And I'm sure Mr. Ife has spent about 20 years, if not more, with the organization. And his lovely wife, Mrs. Mayowa Olori Ife. And then Dr. Tosin's wife too. And you see, they all started from the university. But I'm not sure I went to the same university with them. I am not sure. Because I have been with the organization for about 17, 18 years. Okay. Only few people can connect that dot. All right, thank you so much. So, on our social media handles at Official Real Platform, please follow us for more updates. And then before we call it a wrap, on behalf of the Abuja leadership, okay, I will be doing this after our country director. And then also, please, who is the first person that came in here today? Who is the first? Mr. Armstrong. All right, I think Anne came in here while we were setting up. Please, Anne, come up stage. We have a gift for you. Yeah, time management. We reward time management at the Center for Real Impact International. And then the first mail that came in. The first mail. No, non-member. Non-member. Father Abraham, you are automatically a member. Mr. Armstrong, you are a member. You are the first. All right, please come up stage. A round of applause. And this is a special presidential gift from our founder. Yeah, this is from him. So in appreciation to our founder, we want to present a token of love to them for being the first people to come into this hall today. And just to encourage us that time management is life management. Remember, Dr. Tosin talked about distractions. And our founder too talked about distractions. If we are able to avoid distractions, then we will be more effective. Are we together? Thank you so much. On behalf of our founder, we have his books written, authored, and forwarded by prominent people, right? So this book is a gift. And we are sure this gift, oh wow, cash is coming. Cash is coming. Wow. All right, this is in addition to the gift. a cash to the both of them. You are not excited. You don't like money. All right. And maybe I will take 50% for passing the information. All right. Thank you. Please, can we have our founder's book? Yes. Unlock your relevance. Unlock your relevance. Please, let's package it in its customized bag. Thank you to the donor. We sincerely appreciate. And this is just to encourage us. You never can tell. Always show up strongly. There is always a reward for that. Please, one more time, a round of applause to our founder and then our donor. Please, when you get this, confirm that your cash is inside before AI will disappear with it. All right, thank you so much on behalf of our founder. Thank you.
Changed, your mindset to what you can actually do, on a larger scale. So I want to congratulate you for being here and tell you you are awesome, you're doing well, and we'll see you next time when we have another opportunity to meet as a team once again. So thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you so much. Please keep me in check. In the next 2 minutes, we will be done and then we take our group photograph, and then we call it an evening. All right, please. Also, who invited the highest number of participants that came here with them today? There's a gift for you. There's a state manager's gift for you. Wale is already canvassing for votes. All right, Mr. Wale, we appreciate you. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Wale. He's our coordinator, our campus coordinator, and he brought a lot of people all the way from Gwagwalada. So he traveled from Abuja to Gwagwalada, and then from Gwagwalada to Abuja. Thank you, Mr. Wale. And then we also have Dami. Dami all the way from Federal University, Lafia. She is here with her people as well. Thank you, Dami. She is our student coordinator, Federal University, Lafia. So you see, we are everywhere you go, just like MTN. So as we close, I see money coming. I see money coming. Are you not clapping? I see money coming. Are you not clapping? Oh. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, please. We have a special way we close in every of our meetings. And beyond this ritual, yes, this is our ritual. It's been working for us. And if you adopt it in your personal space, it will work for you. We call it, this is how we talk. It's our personal affirmation. And at every given opportunity, we bring this to bear. You can have a financial affirmation. You can have health affirmation in any area. So you repeat this after me. Are we ready? I am a change agent. I am the future. I am a change agent. Please say it as though you mean it. I am the future. I am capable. I am adaptable. And ready for whatever the future of work brings. I am ready for whatever the future of work brings. My ability to learn quickly is my greatest asset. I welcome new ways of working. And trust my ability to navigate them with ease. Every challenge I face is simply a stepping stone toward my professional evolution. My unique ideas and creative perspectives are valuable assets to any project I touch. I am equipped with everything I need and new skills to help me stay relevant in my field. I attract opportunities that align perfectly with my strengths and my personal values.
You can say that.
I am confident in my expertise.
Let me call you.
I'm proud of the value I provide life to others. I am the architect of my career, and I design a fulfilling future for myself. Thank you so much. Future of Work 2.0 is success. Thank you to our wonderful people, all the way from the University of Abuja. Thank you so much. We celebrate you. All the way from Federal University Lafayette. Thank you. We have one of our leaders joined us from Enugu here. Thank you. And to our online audience, thank you so much. To our founder, sir, we love you and we cannot love you less. And most importantly, to LCCI, our host. How many of us knows Mama Joy Life Changers? Exactly. Mama Joy Life Changers gave us this space to use. Isn't it wonderful? And to the wonderful LCCI team, Mr. John, Mr. Armstrong, Father Abraham, Anita, and then DJ. Thank you so much for being wonderful hosts. Thank you for making Future of Work 2.0 a reality. See you in our next event. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye for now. Please, order of photographs. Please, can we come forward? Thank you. Please, this will be my last assignment. Please, let's go for our group photograph. Please, let's come up stage. Please, let's come up stage for the group photograph. Thank you. Please, let's come up stage. Mike, they arrange, Mike, they extend them. Please, let's come up stage. This is the last